Oh, hey, Caitlin, how are you? Really nice to meet you. You're great. You're fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't let all this nonsense get you down.
Crazy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you know,
Crazy.
Hello guys, welcome back. We have got another story that has the internet going absolutely crazy because Caitlin Clark is once again trending for something that has nothing to do with basketball. This time, the conversation isn't about her three-point shooting, her passing, or the Indiana Fever. Instead, everybody is talking about a moment from WNBA All-Star Weekend in Chicago, where Caitlin Clark was seen speaking with former President Barack Obama. Now, here's why people are losing their damn minds. We already know Caitlin Clark skipped the orange carpet, and that decision alone had social media in a complete meltdown. But now, after footage and photos of her chatting with Barack Obama started circulating, the political crowd jumped into the conversation. Some media outlets have already tried to label her with political narratives, while plenty of Trump supporters online are questioning the interaction. On the other side, others are defending her, saying people are making a big deal out of absolutely nothing. Here's my take. Caitlin Clark is a basketball player, not a politician. Talking to Barack Obama doesn't suddenly define her political beliefs any more than talking to Donald Trump would. Athletes meet presidents, celebrities, and public figures all the time. That's part of being one of the biggest stars in sports. So if you're suddenly turning against Caitlin Clark because she had a conversation with Barack Obama, then maybe you were never really a Caitlin Clark fan in the first place. Respecting someone who once held the office of president doesn't mean you agree with every political opinion they have. At the end of the day, let's judge Caitlin Clark for what she does on the basketball court, not for a brief conversation that the damn internet decided to turn into a political firestorm. Yeah, Caitlin Clark tried to shut the whole damn thing down by bringing Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston into the picture with her, almost like saying, let's keep this about basketball. But once politics gets involved, the internet never chills out. It reminds me of what Michael Jordan famously said years ago, Republicans and Democrats buy sneakers. Maybe Caitlin Clark needs to take that same approach. Stay focused on basketball, stay neutral, and let everybody support her game no matter what side they're on. At the end of the day, she's an athlete, and that's what people should be talking about, not every damn conversation she has. This whole situation is actually a damn win for Nike, because from a business standpoint, they've got both sides paying attention. The people who support Caitlin Clark are still backing her, and even the haters can't stop talking about her. That's why I keep saying she could borrow Michael Jordan's old philosophy. Republicans and Democrats buy shoes. Stay focused on basketball and let everybody buy the sneakers. That's just my theory when it comes to business and marketing. But moving on from all that, Caitlin Clark was back at the podium during the WNBA All-Star break, speaking with reporters while clearly enjoying her time in Chicago.
Right? Hello there. That's for you.
Look at these all-stars. Now, some of y'all I know, a few of the OGs here, because they came through the White House. Some of you I'm meeting for the first time. All of you are extraordinary, and I could not be bigger fans, and the way the game has been going lately, the way it's been picking up, and people paying attention to your excellence, I think has been something for basketball fans generally, a sight to see. It's been making me happy, and all of you have been not just operating with some excellence on the court, but I know many of you are involved in some wonderful ventures off the court, looking out for other young people and inspiring them. So I just want to say thanks. I'm not going to give you a long speech. This doesn't look like the toughest practice I've ever seen, but it's All-Star break. Y'all aren't supposed to be working too hard, although I suspect it may get a little competitive towards the end of the game. Unfortunately, because of a previous engagement involving Michelle, which, sorry y'all, but I don't mess with my wife. I will not be at the actual game tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure that I stopped by and said hello to all of you, and we'll take a picture, and I want to get a chance to shake some of your hands. Some of you I haven't met before, but I'm a big fan. And hopefully the court's held up. I don't run full court no more to protect my Achilles, but I did inaugurate it with a game of horse, which I lost. I was not happy about it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful time this weekend. Congratulations on the WNBA. Could not be prouder of what you guys are doing. You're well deserving of all your success, and seeing the fan base grow and the attention grow, that's exactly where it should be. I see you, Asia Wilson. Yeah, MVP, so appreciate all of you, all right? We're gonna take a picture over there.
I wanted to ask you about your conversation with Barack, and one, what was that like to talk to him, and two, what did you guys talk about?
Yeah, it was obviously super cool. We were confused why the one speech was going so long, but I think she was trying to give him some time to get here, so we were all a little confused, but then he walked through the door, which was super cool and awesome. And honestly, he just complimented me for the way I handle everything, obviously with everything going on, and he's somebody that's been in front of the media quite a bit, and he reminded me, he's like, when I got famous in my 40s, I didn't have to do it in my 20s. And, sometimes I think people don't always realize, I'm 24 years old and I'm trying to navigate a lot of different things while trying to play basketball at the same time. So it was cool to hear that from him. And I think, honestly, it's probably a good reminder for all of us of, treating people with respect, treating people with grace, and definitely a moment I'll probably remember for the rest of my life. My hands don't get usually pretty sweaty and clammy for certain things, but it did for that.
We'll go in the middle.
For it to be, the first team to be in the Obama Presidential Center. Just what do you think the impact is of that on the game, and just for you guys to be the first to be in here, being able to experience this so Obama Center, and just what it means for the international exposure of the game as well.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely incredible, and what they've been able to build here and give to people. I thought the quote that they used down there is this is something, to allow ordinary people to be extraordinary. And I think that's something that everybody should try to achieve in their life. We're all ordinary people, but you can also be extraordinary in whatever way you want to be. We don't all have to be the same. We don't all have to like the same things. And I think this place is an opportunity to allow people to do that. And the basketball court itself is pretty incredible. It's really nice. And obviously, Mr. President has a passion for basketball, so it's cool to be able to share that and be the first professional sports team. Obviously, they've had a few other professional athletes come here to this point, but to be the first professional sports organization to come here is pretty cool. So I guess we'll break it in and see how it works.
How do you feel like you're restored here?
Oh, man. I think growing up, I had this mirror on my wall, and it's this is the reason I love the quote and why they talked about it, is it's always a little extra, and it doesn't need to be something that's over this world. It's just treating people with extra kindness, treating people with extra love. I think that was the way I was raised, and if you can do a little bit of that every single day, that'll make you an extraordinary person and hopefully impact somebody else's life in a very positive manner. And I feel like our world could probably use a lot of that. And I would say the other part is on my mirror that I love, it said, eat the extra piece of chocolate. And that's how I was raised too. You can always splurge and enjoy different areas of your life. So that's kind of what it makes me think of. But I love that quote that they used.
Robin and then Cassandra. Robin first. Caitlin.
basketball question for you.
Yeah.
I've noticed you've been finishing through contact a lot this year, and also relocating recently, getting the ball back after you've given it up.
Yeah.
What aspect of your game do you think you've improved upon the most this season?
Yeah, I think the relocation stuff is a lot of stuff that I worked on in the off season. I think at times I get caught a lot passing and standing, so the more I can do that, it's just hard to guard. And obviously with Kelsey Mitchell, she makes it really easy in her ability to pass and then get the ball back to me. And then finishing through contact, I think a lot of that comes with, how my body's changed over the course of when I first entered the league. Like, this is my third year now, and I've look back at when I first entered the league and even my last year at college, and I was a lot more frail than I am now. So I think just strength, core strength, that was a big focus point for me coming into this season. And, you want to absorb contact and not just get to the free throw line, but make the bucket and be able to finish through contact. I feel like I've done a decent job of that to this point, but just trying to continue to improve and work in those ways. But I think the relocation shots, one of my favorite players and somebody that I model my game after is Steph Curry. And that's something he's really good at. You never see him stop moving. He's always one place to the next and, wants to find a way to get his next shot. So I think that's an area I can still continue to improve in, but was definitely a focus for me.
Sandra,
Caitlin, the conversation that you had with Obama about, just juggling public scrutiny, have you had conversations like that with other notable people? What can you take away from them? Or are there certain books or rules or things that you have to say?
It's a good question. I think sometimes, in our world, we all go on social media and we all go on the internet and we think that's based in reality. And don't get me wrong, some of it is, but some of it's not at the same time. And, I always try to remind myself the best way I can is when you show up to the arena, those are the people that truly care about the game and truly are the people that want to support the game. And the young boys and the young girls, those aren't the people on the internet writing horrible things about people or whatever it is. And there's also a lot of really good people out there. And there's also a lot of people that love the WNBA and a lot of people that love and support me. I think for myself, it's you always remember why you play the game. I play it because I love it. And I haven't lost that joy and I haven't lost that love. And obviously the spotlight has been on me for the last 5 years and you just try to navigate it the best you can. And there's a responsibility doing that. But, I think you just rely on the people around you and, obviously the president is probably one of the best people to understand how sometimes that might feel. Obviously, I'm not on the same level as that, making that incredibly clear. But there's going to be some people that love you and some people that hate you, and that's just the reality of the world when you get into a position like this. That's also a good thing for the game. Not everybody's going to be your biggest fan. People can love different players. They can support different players. That doesn't mean the game's not amazing. That doesn't mean they're not good. But I think for myself, just surround myself with really good people and people that are going to have your back. And at the end of the day, I think I always just remind myself of why I play. And, I'm only 24 years old. It's just my half birthday, in case you were wondering. So I share a birthday with our mascot. That's the only reason I know that. I don't think I'm still celebrating my half birthdays at 24. But I think, you still are trying to navigate that and learn the best you can as you go. But I have really good people that support me. I'm really fortunate for that, too.
Taylor, a little bit of a fun one. What would be your best pitch to get LeBron to come join the Pacers?
Oh, man.
Give me some reasons.
Well, we all know that's not happening, but...
Never say never.
There's nothing you could give LeBron in this world that he couldn't get anywhere else, or he probably doesn't already have. He gets to play alongside Tyrese and Pascal, which I think would be really fun and incredible. And I know he's played in mostly large market teams. Cleveland, maybe not so much, but obviously Miami and the Lakers. And I think that's what make the Pacers and obviously the Fever fans so special is this means so much to them. Indiana is a true basketball state. It's, one of the biggest basketball states in the country, and people truly care about the game there. And, the crowd would be better than the Lakers games. The Lakers games, it would just be a different environment. There's a different passion, and obviously for myself, getting to witness that up close as they've been incredible over, obviously last year was a little bit of a down year, but even when the first 2 years prior when I was here is fun to see. These fans, they crave basketball, and I guess that would be my pitch. It would probably be the most fun home environment that he's got to play in, truly just from the level of knowledge that people have about the game of basketball in the state of Indiana, but just the love that they have. And it would be awesome. I would be a courtside season ticket holder. Absolutely. I'd be at every game, but I don't think that's going to happen, but that's okay. I'm wishing him the best wherever he ends up deciding to go in his last season or whatever, however many years he has to go.
I think you sold him.
You go Riley
so?
What's it like to be back in this atmosphere when you weren't able to play last year because of the injury and being able to play in this game and be around your fellow competitors and everything?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I think sometimes All-Star Weekend, I think you have to, like, kind of pinch yourself in a way. Like, you know, I leave on Sunday for a 3-game road trip, but at the same time, like, I'm still very fortunate and very excited to be here. Like, you never take these moments for granted, and, you know, you never know when it might be your last, and you know, I think even for myself, like, it stunk not being able to play in front of my home crowd last year, so I'm just really excited to be able to get back out here and to play and shoot some 4-point shots. Like, that's probably what I missed the most about last year. I think they could have maybe added a 5-point shot. A 4-point shot is still maybe a little close. Like, so, I mean, we still have like 24 hours to get that added in. I think we should. But no, I mean, like I said, like, this is kind of the middle point of your season, and I think even for myself, getting to spend it with AB and Kelsey, like, this is a really big deal for our organization, so I just want to come here and represent our organization really well and the fans that have supported us to get here. Like, you know, obviously there's a fan vote and there's a fan aspect of it too, so it's not just us and the way we play, and obviously that's a good amount of it, but it's them too, so hopefully I'm representing them in the best way possible, representing myself in the best way possible, and I'll never take a moment like this for granted.
Hey, Riley, go ahead. So the WNBA obviously has been around for 30 years now, and it has grown so much. How grateful are you to be part of this league in this season?
Well, I think like 30 years sounds like a long time, but at the same time, it's really not that long. So I think it's pretty incredible to see how far the WNBA has come in 30 years. I think it makes me really excited for the future of the WNBA, where the game's going to continue to go, how much it's going to grow. But I think for myself, like, I grew up a fan of this league, and it's a surreal moment getting to spend All-Stars, you know, with other league people in this league that I grew up watching on TV, or, you know, whatever moment it is. So I think for ourselves, like, the league is only continuing to grow. There's only getting more eyeballs on it. Obviously, we're on TV more than we ever have, but like I said, like, the league's been around for 30 years, but, you know, who knows where we're gonna be in the next 30 years, in year 60. Like, I think it's a really exciting time, and people always ask me, like, where do I think the WNBA can go next? I mean, I feel like we're just beginning to scratch the surface, and I think that's a really hard question to answer because, you know, there's a lot of people that doubted we would be in this moment. Sure, there were some people that believed we could be here, but not everybody did. And it's fun to see everything that's kind of come along the way and come with this journey. And like I said, I feel like we're just scratching the surface. So it's obviously super special and super fun for me to be a part of.
Guys, we're going by one. I'm Kevin. Riley, go ahead.
Hey, Caitlin, quick question for you. Out of all your All-Star teammates, which one are you most excited to play with if you can't name AB?
Okay, probably Courtney Williams. She just brings the energy, so, like, I think, like, obviously we're going to have another honorary teammate. You don't just get one of the stud buds, you get both the stud buds. So I think I'm excited about that. Like, even just her energy when she got on the bus this morning, everybody's dragging a little bit, not Courtney. Courtney's fired up and ready to go. So I think her, but honestly everybody. Like, it's fun to, like, get to play with a bunch of different players, and obviously people that are so talented and skilled in what they do, some of which I've been on an all-star team before with, whether that was my rookie year or even last year getting to know them. I obviously didn't play, but some of which are new. Obviously Olivia Miles, she's had an incredible year, and it's been fun to kind of watch her journey, and I remember my first all-star, so I hope she really enjoys it. So it'll be fun for me to share the court with her too. So but really everybody, but obviously my teammate AB too. I know I'm not allowed to say her, but certainly her too. Excuse me.
I'm big fans from China.
China, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I follow your game.
Yeah.
Almost every game.
Really?
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So I'm 71 years old.
Yeah.
But I'm still playing.
Really?
Yeah, still playing.
Incredible.
I just want to ask you, will you about 17 years? Still play?
Oh, just for fun, probably. Hopefully I'm watching the WNBA and it's completely taken off, but I'm hoping to get to China in hopefully December and January, so I'm really excited about that, and that should be really fun. But that's pretty incredible. You're still playing basketball at 70 years old. I don't know if my body will be able to hold up when I'm at age 70. Maybe like water basketball or something like that. It's a little easier on your body.
Yeah, and we would love to welcome you, and your popularity and fan base has grown exponentially.
Oh, I appreciate that.
How do you wish to inspire the younger generation abroad and local?
Yeah, I mean, I hope my long-term goal is obviously to inspire people all over the world. I've never been to China before, so it's on my bucket list. I'm really excited to hopefully go. I think obviously with the launch of my shoe in October, when I get to China, I hope I can get as many young boys and girls and hoopers and shoe collectors to be able to have their hands on my shoe as possible. That would be my goal, but I know how much people really care about the game in China, and I think that's really cool. I've always admired that, and it's on the top of my bucket list, so I can't wait to come and hopefully to just expand as much as I can across, obviously, in China and Europe and everywhere else the game of basketball has been able to take me. Thank you. I can't wait.
Thank you. I'm just curious, there's a lot of people that will play as you.
Yeah.
What's the rules that you have for playing like you?
Playing like me, shoot deep threes, obviously, and keep shooting them even if you're missing. Pass, you got to be a good passer, and you got to play fast. Like, we're not there to, play slow and pass the ball around. Like, let's launch and move. Let's go, okay?
What was your brother's reaction to seeing your recovery?
I'm not sure my brothers have even said anything to me still, so that's a good point. Maybe you should go ask them, but I'm sure they saw it. I'm sure they're proud of me. My younger brother is still a bit of a gamer. My older brother doesn't really play video games, so my younger brother will probably be purchasing it. Hopefully he'll be purchasing my cover, or else we'll have a discussion, but they're two of my biggest fans, but I'm sure they're excited.
Let's go back to this.
You're good. Here, you can just speak in the microphone.
Sorry, I lost the picture. Obviously, all of you are all talking to you about how your game has changed since you joined the league. But how has all of this changed you, if at all, personally?
I don't think it's changed me personally at all, and I think that would be a little bit concerning if it had. I think I always try to remain who I am, and I think that's what a lot of people like. A lot of the compliments I get that I'm in public is I really admire the way you've been able to handle everything and continue to be yourself, and that's what I take a lot of pride in. I hope I can show up as myself very authentically, but I think I would be lying to you if I didn't say it's a little bit exhausting and a little bit tiring to constantly have to deal with things and a lot of, and I get there's a moment in time for that, but a lot of times it's very distracting from the product and the game, and I'm somebody that has invested so much time into trying to be the best player I can possibly be, and obviously so I have all these players in this room, but I tell people I haven't lost the love and the joy for it, and if I did, that would be really concerning, and I don't know if I would still be playing basketball, but I still have the love and the joy, and I absolutely, more than anything, I want to win, and I want to win a championship, and that's my goal, and hopefully multiple of them, and I feel like our team and we all have the same goal, and I feel really fortunate to be part of the FIBA organization that supports me, and even my teammates, they always have my back, and they're the ones that can interact with me firsthand every single day, and they see the type of person that I am, and I hope, there's obviously a lot of people that like to comment on my character and think that they know me, and at the end of the day, they have no idea who I am, and I get it, that's an opinion, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and whether I was a young girl or whether I'm now 24 with the spotlight on me, that's never changed. Everybody has an opinion on everybody. It's just, I personally try to keep it moving. I'm going to treat everybody with respect and kindness and love, and I think if everybody could do that a little bit better, we'd be in a little bit better of a spot. But I think for myself is there's moments that are tiring and exhausting, but at the same time, I still have the same love and joy for the game that I had when I first got here.
What do you think about the trade deadline? Anything
when is the trade deadline? Okay. Honestly, I don't think about it much. I didn't even know that. Maybe that's an Amber question. I'm excited to see if anything happens in the league. It's always a fun time to see if anybody makes some last-second plays. Obviously, I think that's kind of cool to see how the league has evolved over the course of the last few years. It maybe wasn't as a prominent thing through the course of the WNBA, but I feel like as people begin to get paid more money and teams are slowly getting more and more competitive and people are trying to decide if they're pushing for the playoffs or maybe trying to get a lottery pick, I don't know. I don't want to start any tanking conversations, but it will be fun to follow that for sure.
Last night on the carpet, I asked AB and Kelsey what they think most people don't know about you, and they said you're a little goofy.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? And what's something about them that most people don't know?
Okay. I'm definitely a little bit goofy. I like to have fun for sure, because why would you do it if it's not fun? Something people don't know about them. Oh, that's a great question. Kelsey just got her master's, so I think or not her master's, she got her PhD. Oh, well, she's almost done. But there's like, it's actually really funny, something about Kelsey, like, we'll be in there literally 90 minutes till tip, and Kelsey's literally on her laptop typing a paper. I'm like, and then she goes and drops 30. That's the craziest part of all of it. She's literally doing schoolwork and then goes and drops 30 on everybody. So that's pretty incredible. I always just start laughing when I walk past her locker. And even after a game, when she had like 35 versus the Aces, when we beat the Aces the second time we were there on our road trip, she had one of her best games of the season. Obviously, she's been incredible, but she whips out her laptop and starts doing an assignment right when the game ends. I've never seen anything like it. It's incredible. Something about AB. Ooh. AB has very like dry, sarcastic humor, and I really love that about her. And then her dog Ozzy like means the world to her. So if you want to ask her a question, ask her about her dog.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Listen, Caleb, what do you think of Olivia's game?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of hers, even when she was in college, when she was at Notre Dame, and then obviously her last year at TCU. I think when you watch her, she just plays with incredible pace. It's never too fast, it's never too slow. It's fast in the right moments, it's slow in the right moments. She makes the right read. Obviously, Cheryl has done an incredible job with that team, putting everybody in a position to be successful. But she plays in the pick and roll really well. She's creative. You can see her creative juices flowing on the floor. And I think that's like the beautiful thing about being a point guard and playing basketball is like, I always tell people like, I'm really not a creative person, but I am at the same time. My creativity just comes out on the court, and I feel like it's the same for her. So it's been really fun to watch her, like the way she's come into the league and just been pretty flawless in a way, and she sets her teammates up for success. And I think the exciting part for her is there's still so many ways for her game to grow, which is maybe scary for the rest of the league too. So just really cool, excited to be her teammate this weekend, but she's been killing it. Yeah.
Second half of the season, both you and the team, just what do you guys kind of want to focus on to really kind of, make that push to kind of, as we start talking playoffs and all this shit?
I mean, everybody knows our offense is what makes us go, but I think it's the defense. Like when we're truly able to guard, like that second half of the New York game we had before break, like I think that's like where we're really going to get good, when we're able to really lock people down, focus in on the scout. And we don't need to be the best defensive team in the league, but we need to be better than what we are right now. It'll allow us to flow better on offense. Obviously, our offense is pretty dominant to this point. I think the highest scoring points per game the league's ever had. So I think for us, it's just continuing to improve defensively. But also, like, I think you've seen over the course of maybe the last 3 games, like, I think the way, like, it can be anybody's night. That's the type of talent we have on this team, but also we feed and play off of each other really well. So I think just continuing to do that, continuing to set each other up for success. But I think the area we can grow the most is just defensively, and that'll be the focus going into these last 17 games or whatever we got.
And you individually? Same thing, but you individually.
Oh, individually, I mean, I think, first of all, stay healthy. That's always my biggest goal. And I've been very fortunate enough to play, 22 games up until this point in the season. So I feel really good about that. That's always my main focus. I think we have one of the harder schedules in this second half. So it's going to be very focused on what we need to do, what we need to accomplish. A lot of these teams, there will be only 3 games, so you're always trying to win the tiebreaker. We've already lost the tiebreaker with the Valkyries, because when you get into these playoff pushes, home court advantage is really important, and that's something we didn't have last year, and I think it could have really helped us, even especially in Game 5 versus the Aces. So I think for myself, like, that's going to be our focus, is like every single game matters. You got to show up every single day, whether it's the team that's 12th in the standings, or whether it's Minnesota at number 1. Like, you treat every single game the same way. So I think it's my responsibility as a point guard to make sure the team has that mindset. So I think just focusing on that and then continuing to stay healthy.
We'll get you as many as we can.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks, bud.
Man, how long is this scrum? Holy smokes, I'm not going to be able to talk the rest of the day.
Okay, go ahead. And then we'll go Claire and go wrap up there.
Go ahead and create an all-star lineup with 4 celebrities and yourself.
Ooh. Man, 4 celebrities and myself. That'd be a great question. I'm not even gonna go off of basketball skill. I don't know, maybe I will. Okay, I'll go Adam Sandler, because he's a hooper. He loves basketball. Timothy Chalamet, I know he loves basketball too. I'm giving them their moment of glory. Like, this is their opportunity to show what they got. Who else? Anne Hathaway. Why not? Just put her in there. Another, I'm gonna and then, I'll go Justin Bieber. He likes basketball too. He's a baller. We're a short team, but we'll be fine. We'll be fast. We'll move around quick.
Claire, I just wanted to ask you about Kelsey. Obviously, not your first All-Star weekend doing this with her, but is she almost still underrated in this league?
Absolutely.
And what's it been like having her as your vet?
Yeah, she's incredibly underrated. She doesn't, she gets love, but she doesn't get the love that she probably certainly deserves. There's not a better scorer in this league in a one-on-one matchup than Kelsey. It speaks to her speed. It speaks to the way she's able to create for herself. It's the way she's just deceiving to the defender. She makes my job really easy as a point guard. She's an incredible cutter. She's an incredible off-ball player. But the season she's having is not really getting talked about as much as it probably should. Certainly it is to some degree, but I think she's made 3 threes in 10 straight games, in every single game. I think she's been over about 25 points in 10 straight games. Those are really, really hard numbers to put up in this league. So it's been really fun to watch her, and she's somebody that just puts her head down and work. And she, obviously, she's not one that always says a lot, and she doesn't want the attention. She'll never say that, but she certainly deserves it. She's a great leader in our locker room, very down to earth, very passionate about the game of basketball, just really loves the game of basketball, and wants to, make the game better. And I think it's been fun to kind of watch her journey and evolution, even when I showed up 3 years ago. And it seems even from that moment, she's just only gotten better and better and better. And here she is in year 9 playing the best basketball of her career. So it's pretty fun to be a part of. I get a first front row seat to watching her do it every single night. So I just feel really lucky that she's my teammate.
We're gonna go to Malika.
All right, Malika. Malika might ask something crazy, so we'll see.
Get ready.
You've been sitting up here, LeBron James signed with the Philadelphia.
No way!
What's your
I just pitched him for the Pacers. It didn't get to him fast enough.
Get to him fast.
The 76ers. Wow. Selfishly, I wanted the Warriors because Steph and Bron would have been absolutely insane together, but they have some serious talent on the 76ers. Arguably maybe one of the favorites in the East now with the Knicks, and then obviously my Pacers. But wow, I thought he was either going to go Miami or Cleveland, so that's really shocking. But I'll be watching more 76ers games, and obviously I'm a big fan of Bron, so no matter where he was going to go, I was going to probably cheer for that team and root for them. So I'm going to go wait for the NBA schedule to come out and make sure I have my tickets reserved for when the 76ers come play the Pacers, because those are always hard to get, but happy for him.
Vocal last one.
Caitlin, one of the things that Debbie Antonelli always talks about is your ability to see all other 9 people.
Yeah.
And always know that. How long do you feel like you've had that sense of always knowing where everyone else was, and how important is that for what you do?
Incredibly important. Yeah, I think a lot of the times, you're not always consciously aware of that. You're just playing the game and you're reading the defense, but I think that speaks to how much basketball I've played over the course of my life, and I've always had a knack for passing, even when I was a young girl. And I think a lot of that, honestly, is just from the anticipation I have of the way my teammates play and the way they cut. And a lot of the teams that I was on, it was always about how are you going to share the ball? How are you going to get your teammates open for success? It was never about one-on-one basketball. It was never about making a play for yourself. And it was always about setting your teammates up. And I feel like that's all, honestly, at times now I still kind of get mad at myself because I'm always thinking pass, and I'm always trying to read the defense when a lot of times I'm open and I could just probably shoot it. So I think that I give credit to that. I give credit to soccer. You have to read and understand angles, and I think a lot of the off-ball cutting that you see me and Kelsey score on, and even with AB, especially in transition, you have to understand how to manipulate the defense and get them to move where you want them to go without actually touching them. It's your eyes and where you're moving to. So I think it's incredibly important, and I think that's obviously people want to talk about the logo threes and everything, but the passing is the really fun part of the game. And I think that even the last game going into break, you saw, I think that allows our team to be its best, is when I'm setting everybody up for success. It makes our team incredibly hard to guard. But I think you you just try to manipulate the defense the best you can, but I'm not always consciously thinking that. It's just the way you play, and it comes out naturally, and it comes with your preparation of understanding what the defense is going to do, and you just try to manipulate them, and you adjust from what they're doing in the first quarter, and you try to do something different in the second quarter and throughout the game. So I think it's a process, and still trying to improve on that too. Thank you.